Welcome to this tutorial on how to create a workflow within the ERP system. Workflows help automate actions based on specific conditions, making it easier to manage approvals, notifications, and process rules across the system. Let's get started. To get started, open the Workflow module from the main menu. This is where automated workflows are created and managed. Click the plus icon to start creating a new workflow within the system. Start by giving the workflow a clear name. Use a name that explains what the workflow is meant to do so it is easy to identify later. Next, select the module where this workflow should apply. This tells the system which area of the ERP the workflow should monitor. Now select the submodule for the workflow. In this example, the workflow is being created for sales invoices. Next, begin setting the condition for the workflow. Start by selecting the field the system should check before the workflow runs. Next, choose the condition operator. This tells the system how to compare the selected field, such as whether it matches, contains, or equals a specific value. Now select the value for the condition. In this case, the workflow will target a specific customer. If the workflow needs more than one condition, click Add Condition. This allows you to make the workflow more specific. For the next condition, select the amount field. This will allow the workflow to check the invoice value before triggering an action. After selecting the amount field, choose the operator that defines how the amount should be checked. For example, the workflow can be set to trigger when the amount is greater than a certain value. Now enter the amount that should trigger the workflow. In this example, the workflow will only run when the invoice meets the selected approval threshold. Next, choose the action the workflow should perform. Here, we'll select Email so the system can send a notification when the conditions are met. After selecting the email action, enter the email address that should receive the notification. This ensures the right person or team is alerted when the workflow is triggered. Now write the message that should be sent. Use this space to explain what the notification is about and what action may be required. Once the workflow details, conditions, and action have been reviewed, click Create to save it. The workflow has now been created successfully. You can see it listed with its module, submodule, conditions, action, and active status. And that's a wrap on how to create a workflow within the ERP system. You've just learned how to create a workflow, choose the module it applies to, set conditions, define an email action, and save it for automated process management. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next tutorial.